Good morning, everybody. I just got these aftermarket headlights from SUPAREE, and I'm going to install them in my Gladiator. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to install them, and then we will see if we like them. So we'll test them out a little bit. Before I came out here, I filmed an unboxing. So let me show you the unboxing, and then we'll come back out here and install these lights. I didn't know what a lot of this stuff was when I opened it, but the first things I grabbed here are the wire grippers and an ACC fuse. Then I picked up the control box for the halo lights, some gaskets, springs, and screws, a hex wrench, and of course it comes with two 9-inch headlights. I've done this one other time. I have some aftermarket lights in there right now that I don't like, so that's why I'm replacing them. The way to remove them is the same as if it was the OEM lights. So I'll show you that and then show you how to install these as I kind of figure it out on my own. The first thing you got to do is remove a bunch of these tabs so you can disconnect the grill. I believe once those tabs are out, you're supposed to be able to take off the grill. The only problem is I can't take off the grill because I've got a winch in the way. So what I did last time, and what I'm gonna do this time, is I'm gonna tie the grill to the bumper to kind of like hold it in place out of the way. You'll see what I'm talking about. For the next step, we're just unscrewing the 3 screws that keep the headlight in place. You'll need a 10mm wrench or nut driver. This step will be a lot easier if your grill comes off. A lot easier. Once the screws are out, you can remove the old headlight, but there's still one more clip to unplug. Then it's time to align the SUPAREE headlight. Here I'm plugging in the clip that I unplugged from the old light. Then we screw it back in. The SUPAREE came with longer screws and I needed them for 2 of the holes. The Allen wrench that came with it is for those. And thanks to Leslie for helping me hold the grill out of the way. Once the screws are back in, there's just one more step, and that is to activate the colored light halo feature. This part was new for me, so I had to figure it out. This is the part with those red and black wires. First of all, make sure the longer cord goes to the driver's side. It's longer specifically so it will reach that side, of course. But for this part, we need to connect these wires to the vehicle's battery. I unscrewed the red lead on the battery so I could fit the red thingy underneath the nut. I flattened it out first with pliers so it would fit easier. I'm sorry I didn't get a better close-up of this. The black side was easier to get in because the circle goes right in the battery lead. Just pretty much got it done, and I got those wires plugged into the battery and the headlights came on. So I did it right, but I'm not sure why the headlights came on with the car being off, but I know there's a remote for those headlights, so let me take a look at that. Just grab the remote. Headlights are on, but let's give it a try here. So there's an off-on button. Oh good, I hit the off button and the lights went off. Okay, I'm gonna set up the tripod on the Jeep and try out some of the colors and stuff. Okay, successful install. Just got everything put back together, and my first impression is that these are really cool and that people are not going to like me because they are really bright. But we'll get into some more testing. Good evening, everybody. It is the next day, so I recorded everything installing it yesterday, and I want to do a little testing right now. So I'm going to flip the phone. All right, we've got the headlights. So I grabbed the controller. So let's start by hitting the on button. Boom, I don't know why it went straight to green. Oh, I do know why it went straight to green. I had it on green earlier. So I guess it goes right to the last color you had it on. So on the controller, I'll try to show both here. I guess I can't have everything in focus. But it's got green, red, white, blue. Red, blue, white, green, and then it's got some colors down here. There's the blue. Oops. Purple. Different shade of purple. That looks like the green, though. Well, I guess those are different. So it looks a little bit more blue on the controller. But I don't know how much you can see in the video, but it is changing different shades of green. This controls all of the ring lights, or the halo lights, and then we've got the flash button. Doesn't seem to be flashing at the moment. Oh, there's the strobe. I hit the strobe feature for that one. The up and down for the brightness seem to change the speed of the strobe, so maybe that's what happened with the flash. Okay, yeah, so you can change the speed of these effects. So there's the fade one. So when I turn it up, it goes faster. Turn it down, then the last one is called smooth. So I'll make it go a little faster. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to turn the camera back around on me. There, I'm illuminated by the headlights. That's kind of fun. The halo lights are pretty cool, all controlled by the remote or the app. And so far, in initial testing, they work great. All right, let's do a quick driving test. That was a good test. Lights are super bright. Let's take a look at them from the outside. Let me turn the halo on. I left the remote for the halo inside while I was doing something, so I'm going to turn the halo on my app. Just turn the halo on the classic white color. I think that's pretty much it for showing you the lights. So I'm going to drive for a couple weeks and see what I notice and then report back to you in a conclusion for this video. It's been pouring for the last few days, so I'm going to finish this video inside. There's not a ton left to say. The headlights are great. They're super bright. Nobody's flashed me on the road thinking I left my high beams on. I've only had the headlights installed for a couple weeks, so I can't speak to the longevity of them, but they've been performing well so far. The only other things I want to mention are related to the halo lights. So the headlights, the lights inside the halo, are controlled by the vehicle's headlight switch. The halo lights have nothing to do with that switch. They're controlled only by either the app or the remote controller, which is fine, just something good to know. And you just need to remember, if you have the halo lights on, you also need to turn them off via the remote control or the app. You cannot use the vehicle's headlight switch for that. The only other thing that would be good to know related to the halo lights is that the app and the remote control seem to kind of work independent of each other. Let me explain. So if you turn the halo lights on with the remote, that does not reflect in the app. See, this right here shows you if the lights are on and what color they are set to. But when I use the remote to turn them on and change the color, this doesn't change. So it seems what's showing in the app only reflects if you use the app to make those changes. When you're using the remote control to change the color, it does not show that in the app. The main reason I'm bringing this up is in case you accidentally have it set to a color that may not be legal to drive with and you don't even realize it because you use the remote, but then that's not reflecting in the app. I first noticed this when I used the remote control to turn on the halo lights, and then I checked the app just to see what it was showing, and it was showing that they were a different color, when in reality they actually weren't that different color. They were set to white, but the app didn't reflect that because I used the remote control to turn them on. My point is, if you use the remote controller to turn on or change the color of the halo lights, that change is not going to reflect in the app. That's about it though. I really like the looks of the halo and I've been using them as my daytime running lights. If you're interested in these lights, hopefully this video helped you to get a good idea of what you're getting. If you have any questions, leave a comment below, and if you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing to my channel. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.